Hello guys, welcome back to Warren's Model Aircraft. I've solved the disaster with the tape pulling the primer off. A very helpful technique I've discovered, and it works an absolute treat. What I did is, all the Tamiya tape, what was on the wings and the fuselage on the top, I damped it all down with water first, left it for about half an hour, came back, wet the tape again with a sponge, and then what I did, I'll show you now. What I did is I started peeling the tape back, but as I started peeling the tape back, I had a spray gun with water in it, and I was spraying water in between the tape and the primer and working it along really slowly, constantly spraying the water between the primer and the tape all the way along. And I repeated that process on the next wing and on here and on here, and it works a treat. All it's done is took a bit of the pre-shading off. It hasn't took the primer off, it's just took the pre-shading off, so I'm well pleased with it. And as you can see, I've put the sky blue on as well. There you go, look, see, it hasn't took the primer off. All it's done is took the pre-shading off, so I'll get away with it. So I'm well pleased with it. And there we have the sky blue on there. If I hadn't have wet the tape and sprayed in between the primer and the tape as I was pulling the tape off really slowly, it would have ripped all the primer off. So I'm well chuffed with it. So there's a helpful technique, guys, if anybody has the same problem. And there we go, there's all the blue done. Show the back and back. There you go, look at that, boys, it's a cracking job. You can, in between where the wheel wells are and the gun wells are, there's stuffed tissue in there to stop overspray going into the inside of the landing gear and inside the gun wells. I'm well chuffed with it, absolutely chuffed. There you go, guys. I was praying to Jesus and God when I was taking that tape off. As I've already reiterated, I'll say it again. If I hadn't put the water, if I hadn't have been spraying the water and soaked the tape, I would have ripped it all off. Luckily, all it has done is took some of the pre-shading off, but it's left the primer on, so I've got away with it. Hee. So, because I didn't fancy stripping all this paint off and doing it again. There you go, boys, all done and dusted. So tomorrow I will start to put Hummel 31 on, which is the light green, like them, and then I'll put the dark green on top for the rest of the camouflage, and that'll be quite the way through being finished. There you go, guys, look at that. Very impressed with that. And as I say, the spraying the panel lines, pre-shading, actually gives you definition on panel lines, but it also gives you some like weathering effect on it at the same time, so it kills two birds with one stone. There you go, guys. Well, it's I've had to dry it off because it was absolutely soaked in water. I thought it was a submarine at one point. It is now, this time, as you can see, it's 1:45 in the morning, so I thought I'd just do a video to show you my progress on this motherfucker, excuse my French. All done now, finished. Right, where are we? Right, guys, thanks very much for watching, and that's a helpful tip if you ever encounter the same problem. Just get an air a spray gun full of water, and as you're peeling the tape off slowly, spray the water in between the primer, what's on your aircraft or model, and very slowly peel the tape off. But before you do that, make sure you soak the tape with water with a sponge first, leave it for 20 minutes, and then repeat the process I've just said, and it works an absolute treat. It saved me a couple of days, 2 or 3 days of work anyway. Thanks guys, thanks for everybody for viewing my videos, much appreciated. I'm going to do the shout out probably tomorrow. I'm going to write a big list down because I've got 204 subscribers I think, so I'm going to be sitting here for about half an hour I think, reeling all these fellow modelers off. I'd just like to thank everyone for joining Frankie's group build. It's going really well. Madman, good progress on the Fucker Wolf, looking good. Jake Cutter, saw your video the other day, that's coming on a treat as well, good job. Who else have we got? Speedy, good job on your Fucker Wolf as well. And we've got Panzerman, Panzerman's Bunker, he's doing one as well, doing a good job on what you've done so far. And Frankie, you're doing a brilliant job on that Spitfire, it's top notch, brilliant job, salute you sir. And I don't think I've missed anybody, I might have done, so if I have I do apologise. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on update 7. This isn't update 7 because this is just a review on the cock up. Thanks very much boys, toodaloo.